Hello and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Today we are bringing you the grand finals of the Ocarina of Time GSR Ganondorf Source Requirement Tournament, formerly known as the No Item Manipulation Wrong Warp Tournament. It is, as I said, is the grand finals. Game 1, possibly Game 2, depends on whether one of these players wins or not. Today we have Cruxer versus Bonnaroo. And I am joined today by Judo Garudo and Jelster on commentary. How you doing today, guys?
Doing good. What's happening, everyone?
And thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to switch over, and I think we should be off shortly. And I will leave you both... Oh, shoot. Wait, hold on. If I can spell .enter correctly. There we go. Okay, and I will mute myself.
Right. All right, and away we go. The grand finals of the GSR tournament, as you just heard. We got, go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
So we got Bonnaroo against Cruxer. So Bonnaroo is, he's been around for many years now. One of the most consistent players that we got. He has a 114.40. Yeah, it used to be a world record. It's like second place now, right? Yeah. So yeah, very consistent player. I remember when he first learned glitchless, his second completed run was like a 352 or something good like that.
Yeah, I think it was like a 354 or 352 in like his first or second run. So he's very very skilled at the game in general, and he's like excelled at several categories.
Yeah, specifically in his consistency, not necessarily. There's a lot of very tiny time savers that he leaves by the wayside to favor consistency, and it definitely worked out in his favor for him. So that makes him very dangerous for races. His consistency is, of course, the most important attribute for that. But it's interesting that he's going up against Cruxer, because Cruxer had like a 119 at the start of this tournament. I think he started like last year or maybe the year before. He started with this category, then he went to glitchless for a while, and then came back to this category. And for the entire duration of this tournament, he's gone all the way down to a low 115, 13. So yeah, he's definitely cemented his place on the leaderboards for sure. Even winning against Valiant Link a couple of rounds ago.
Yeah, that was an epic race.
That was very epic, yeah.
At like the rate at which he's improved is pretty commendable.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of grinding went into it. It was very nice to see.
That 6.5 months. Wow.
Yeah, 6.5 months. That being said, though, Cruxer's been very busy lately with things like work and moving, and telling everyone in the GSR race Discord that he's busy with work and moving. That's also one of the things he's busy with. So we can expect some rust here.
So someone's asking to explain the abbreviations.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So yeah, well, the main point of this category is to beat Ganondorf. We have a command for it. Anyway, to beat Ganondorf, you need to shoot a light arrow at him, and to shoot a light arrow, you need to get the Shadow and Spirit medallions. So you need to beat those dungeons. That triggers the light arrow cutscene in Temple of Time. Then to shoot the light arrow, you also need magic and a bow and a quiver. And to get magic, you need Zelda's Lullaby. So getting all those items, that's basically what this category is. And you have to get all those items from the original source. But yeah, you just...
Anything else is fair. Anything else, as long as you abide by those rules, you can use any other glitches you want.
Yes.
Right now they're starting off going. They're gonna get the Kakiri sword and shields, and there's nothing else they really want in the forest, so they're just gonna get out of here. And they're both on the Wii Virtual Console version. When this tournament started, there was a combination of both Virtual Console and N64 runners, and the difference there is that N64 and Virtual Console are both open to different glitches, some that are version exclusive, and thus allows different tricks to be done, and which allows different routes to be done. So when it started, there was a combination of those, and a lot of times we would have races going with two different routes that would meet up about 50 minutes in. But these players are both on the Wii Virtual Console version, so they'll both be getting hook shots right after becoming adults.
Cruxer missing
and getting bombs.
Okay, so this is the first little point where a kind of hard glitch is coming up. Okay, Benoru missed... Okay, Benoru missed Boki Escape once. That's not too bad. Ooh, Cruxer also missing it once, and had to do the backwalk there.
I think I'm like behind.
Was that like a... I don't see what Bono just got, but Cruxer has got like a 525, so that's about 20 seconds lost.
Yeah. I think I'm like behind this thing.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that Cruxer went for the west setup that was like a little forward of the shop, because if you miss that, you have even more distance to travel to get to the actual escape loading zone. Whereas if you do the... Yeah, Bono did it from the stepping stones, and if you miss it there, then you have to walk a little bit less. Anyway, still, anything can happen. I wonder if we're going to see some owl skips in this tournament.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Gelstar. I think you're a little bit ahead of...
Oh, really? Excuse me. I am watching... Yeah, I'm watching it on cadgar.net.
Okay.
I guess I'll watch it on the actual ZSR stream.
Yeah, ZSR link. So right out of Kakiri Forest, they both are open to do an owl skip with a /ESS. They're gonna press the wall and hold very close and hold just outside the den zone of the control stick, and that'll sort of preserve Link's recoil from the slash, and thus you can slide very slowly past the owl. About 10 seconds, I believe, if it's done if it's done well, maybe a little less. But let's see if they do it. Bono opts to not do it. It's fine.
I think that not going for it is definitely the more clever thing to do in a race setting.
Yeah, because if you fail it, it's out. It's bad.
Yeah, like the West is so slow and takes so long that a lot of daytime passes. So if you then miss the West to Kakariko, like if they were to miss the West to Kakariko now, they can definitely get away with doing a backup setup and they'll still be able to make it before night easily. But if they were to do the owl skip with the long West, they wouldn't really have the time to still make it into Kakariko before night and like, you know, do all that. So definitely smart for racing. Benoru getting the swag sword pull before westing into the loading zone there.
Also, Cruxer getting it. Yeah, that trick. It's the same sort of thing. You hold just outside the dead zone, and you use the speed you get from into water, and you just preserve that. I go to bottom of the well because there's some very valuable bomb shoes that they can get, which allow them to do all types of sequence breaks and is getting infinite sword glitch off of grabbing a Cucco. Is that there's an animation when the Cucco gets angry, which stops Link from being able to interact with water. So if they activated that as they backflipped into the water or into the well, and the cutscene goes off and they just fall right in.
Indeed. Another useful property of Ice Shield is that you can hover if you shield damage in midair, which is what Benora's doing right now off of the skull. Yes, he got it. Very nice. So he was mashing the Ocarina there. If you actually press Ocarina frame late there, you have to get the hover again, which you have to wait for the cycle of the enemy to come by again, so that takes like 25 seconds. Okay, Cruxer got it as well, so looks like there won't be a big time difference between the two from this point.
And 23 bomb shoes, pretty good.
Yeah, so Cruxer got like a 525 escape. I don't remember Bono's, but Bono's was a lot faster. Aside from that, they have both been playing very consistently.
Here's a little bit of a difference that they're doing. Bono is just doing a simple save warp, while Cruxer is going to get caught by this wall master, which will both damage him down and beginning of the dungeon, so you can just get out.
Yeah, I assume Cruxer is gonna go for the second L skip, maybe. Even if he's not.
It is. If he does, it's pretty try hard if he hasn't been practicing.
Well, like if you don't do the L skip, I don't think it's even faster, but I'm not exactly sure on that one.
Someone asking what's a wrong warp. So in this game, you can use the properties of a blue warp sending you out by
like the blue warps at the end of the dungeons. Yeah, you can basically activate the blue warps at the exact same frame that you activate another warp, and they'll kind of mix the two values together, and you can warp to completely unintended places. And the most infamous example of that is in Any %, where they go from the Deku tree all the way to the collapse sequence at the very end of the game.
So I'm getting the 60 rupees on top of the drawbridge, and they're also going to get 20 rupees from this box behind the guard. That'll give them 80 rupees so they can afford the Hylian shield.
Yep. All these rupees are very much on the way, so it's faster to do this than buy the Hylian shield in the graveyard. Okay, Benoru not going for second L skip. Cruxer is going for it.
Going for it.
I like it. Okay, he got the sword pool. That's one.
Ooh.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that much of this L skip because I don't do it on N64. Maybe you can explain what he was trying to do.
So basically, when Link's pulling out items, the game considers him busy, and owls won't talk to you. So when you pull your sword, you pull your sword as you land your side hop, which is frame perfect. Because you have one frame that you're actually standing on the floor before grabbing the vines. On that frame, you grab your sword, so the game considers you busy, so you can get on the vines. And you need to, on the first frame that you gain control after climbing up, you have to press B to pull your sword so Link is busy again. Then jump slash out of it, and then you can jump slash to a point beyond the owl seeing you, and thus skip him. Okay, Benoru getting the damage boost. This is very important. If you miss this, you're kind of screwed. Okay, both are getting it.
I'm getting it. Okay, yeah, it's a very solid early game so far.
Yeah, both getting into the crawl space well before daytime, so not losing any time to that. And let's hope guards are nice to both of them.
Ooh, dang, going for it.
Wow, yeah, Benoru making it past them.
Nice.
Hope Cruxer can keep up with that.
I thought he was gonna get caught there.
Well, that was a close one. Okay, if he just... Yeah, very nice. Okay, Cruxer got the good RNG. Okay, no guards messing up our grand finals. So yeah, really the only time discrepancy that you see right now is because of escape, because Cruxer missed the West and then backwalked and did Pokey Escape, whereas Benoru just got the West and then did Pokey Escape. Both failed Pokey Escape once. And aside from that, they've been playing very well. This is a very close race so far. So yeah, now we got like 8 minutes of cutscenes coming up, but I'm excited to see where this race is headed.
Yeah, this is kind of a long-awaited match because both of these players have been playing so well in this tournament. Obviously, this is the winners. This is the grand finals. Both of these guys have lost either 0 or only 1 time. So.
Yeah, I think it was definitely, for me personally, it was very exciting to follow Cruxer in this tournament because, like I said earlier, he started with a 119 and he was really like on the grind during the beginning months of this tournament and like slowly getting better and better and like with a lot of dedication. So it's very nice to see him like, I don't know, it was kind of a milestone to beat Valiant in the tournament. You can definitely say that for someone who had a 119 in like February.
Yeah.
Yeah, also a European very good speedrunner who isn't French. That's something.
Yeah. Watching this whole cutscene is just part of the source requirement part of GSR. You need to watch this cutscene in order to access magic, in order to use light arrows, in order to beat Ganondorf. So.
Yes, that's the only reason we're getting this. No other usage for magic in this run anymore, or other uses for Zelda's Lullaby in this run anymore.
Unless you were going to get the Spirit Boss key, which these guys are not.
Yeah, or if you want to do the boats in Shadow Temple, which these guys are not. So yeah, if we look at the last match between these two, this was back. Let me actually find it here.
If you find that, we'll see
Okay,
Bono do it.
Yeah, it was July 7th. And Bono got a 116 and Cruxer forfeited. Okay, Bono cleanly getting this. Taking damage on the same frame that you enter the cutscene. So you get the song, but you skip the cutscene.
Let's see Cruxer do it. Nice.
Yeah, both nicely getting that. But I have not recognized any rust in Cruxer's gameplay so far. So
He's very smooth.
Yeah.
I will skip, but that trick sucks anyway.
Indeed. And a little escape, but anything 525, you can still 115 with it even.
Yeah.
Ooh, Cruxer talking to the lady in the crowd.
I hate when that happens. It's so hard to go.
Yeah, I hate specializing with people. In my speedruns, I don't want to talk to anyone.
Be a loner.
Yeah.
Here's Dorf time skip with a very specific angle. They're gonna side hop and jump slash on.
Ooh, Benoru clean getting that.
Buffered.
Benoru got it unbuffered.
Okay, he mistimed it, but it's okay. You can try again. Nice.
Very nice, yeah. It's better to get it early than to get it late, because if you get it late, you fall way down.
18 flat Master Sword after only playing rando.
Yeah, that's Minoru for you, man. He's transcended Rust. He
Yeah.
just knows his intentions. He knows his intentions with with this game are like fairly simple, but he can reproduce them very consistently. That's how he does so well.
Cruxer with an 1826 or so Master Sword.
Still very good. So, what stream are you using to actually watch these guys? Because right now I'm on twitch.tv/ZeldaSpeedRuns, and I feel like I'm a little bit behind on everything.
Just watching the race commentary from the link.
Wait, from a link in the ZSR Discord?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember how this goes. Okay.
I need to walk again. Cutscene's about or so long.
Yeah.
One of the last bathroom breaks you get until an hour or until like 45 minutes later.
Well, you can technically take a bathroom break after the bongo fight in Shadow Temple, but you're gonna have to. It's gonna be a quick bathroom break. Like you barely get the time to wash your hands. This game is only cutscenes, right? Yes.
This is a movie.
Yeah, we're just the reason we're speedrunning this is because we just want to get to the cutscenes as fast as possible. We don't want to play the game. We just want to watch these cutscenes.
Yeah, dude.
No, but this category has many more cutscenes than most categories, but this category is also a lot more static than most categories. Like, of course, new things get found, but the general structure of the route and the just things you do in the route have always kind of stayed the same, and like that's much more to be expected with most speedruns, but it's kind of a rarity sometimes because like routes are so crazy. Like if you learn a category 1 or 2 years later, the route's just going to be completely different.
Exactly.
And yeah, GSR is kind of an exception to that rule, and you know that kind of makes it less interesting, but it also makes it beautiful in its own way.
I think like the rule set that we've maintained with this, a lot of the community voted to have the rules the way they are. Sole purpose of keeping this route generally the same. There's there's optimizations and different strats you can do.
Yeah.
Flow.
But in a category this competitive, it feels very silly to like actually change the playing field after all that time.
Both in the last part of the Master cutscene, because they skipped the door of time, so it's still closed. But luckily, as adults, they warp.
Yeah, it doesn't actually show up like after the cutscene, but if you were to walk over there, it would just load right in front of you. Because the door time is in the other room, Temple of Time.
If any of you have watched Randomizer, you know that hookshot is wanted in any situation, so that's what they're going to do first.
Yeah, hookshot is one of the only items that you really need. Most other things you can skip. Well, like, low percent doesn't use hookshot either, but it's, it saves a lot of time everywhere.
Including Temple faster.
Okay, so after all the cutscenes, when we're all thirsting for some gameplay, we get treated by some holding in the down notch of the controller. Welcome to GSR, folks.
Doesn't get much better than this. percent hookshot percent.
Okay, so Benoru's up at the Dampe race. Let's see what they can get. Place your bets, folks. I think it's gonna be a 48. I trust in a 48.
I'm feeling a 47. Unlike Bono to get 40, and plus he's been doing this race a lot lately.
I just think RNG is gonna screw him.
Dampe seems to be being pretty nice.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty great. I'm starting to. Oh,
Come on.
yeah, it's
Get a double. Right at the beginning.
Ooh. Getting hit again. This might be a 49. Oh. Commentators having way too much trust in these runners.
It's the grand finale, dude.
Yeah, Dampe's just a jerk, as always.
52. Classic. Not bad. Just average.
Ooh, Cruxer getting close to that flame, but still dodging it like a pro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Cruxer got 49. I didn't even see what Minoru got. Aside from a 25-19, oh 52. Okay, he got a 25-19 hook shot. Let's see what Cruxer gets so we can kind of compare.
Banuru, so part of so the source requirement requires that you open the rainbow bridge with the shadow and spirit medallions. So that's what they need to get, and so they're on their way right now to the Shadow Temple.
Ooh, Benoru missing that hook shot jump right there. It was gonna cost him some time. It was 23 seconds ahead coming out of Dampe's grave, but if Cruxer gets this trick, which I'm inclined to think he will, that's gonna put a dent in that time save.
Nice. Okay, so he's just gap a little bit, and so they get ISG because you can't fall off seams here.
Indeed.
You're gonna walk out of bounds or on the on the edge of the stage.
Actually,
and
oh, go ahead.
And the door and the door for Shadow Temple is unloaded because they hop over the loading trigger, and so they can just go inside.
No, Benoru did not do that ISG-less.
No, dude. What are you talking about?
Okay, but that this race just got a lot closer than it used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so Benoru getting some okay-ish dead hand RNG, nothing spectacular.
Spawn anywhere in that room.
Okay, Cruxer actually getting very nice RNG as they are pushing the race in the favor of being close, which we all like to see.
They're within seconds of each other.
Yeah, very exciting. Wow, are they both opening the chest at the same time?
Dude.
This is incredible, folks. It's
So they're gonna do a mega flip here. They're gonna, with a very precise setup, they're gonna set up to do a mega flip, which will.
Benoru not doing the safety save though. That's
Oh man.
that's risky.
Okay. It's also Banuru, so.
That's true. Guess yeah, mega flip to ground clip out of bounds, then put on your hover boots to glide through the air a whole bunch, then land out of bounds in the room where the boss door is. Then make your way to the boss door, and ledge clip and get hit by an explosion to get yourself hit into the door. Or into the loading zone. Ooh, that's like...
Oh, the bad frame.
Oh, wow, getting that with no extra pauses. Benoru was doing like, what, 6, 7 extra buffers now? Cruxer pulling ahead.
At least
despite the fact that Benoru safety saved. Or that Cruxer safety saved, and Benoru didn't. Cruxer just performed that trick a lot better.
It doesn't feel like these guys like have not played this category for literally months.
I know, so consistent. I guess like if you feel like a run really matters to you, like pull out everything you have.
Try ISG, nice.
Oh, Benoru not getting ISG.
Oh, dude, please get ISG.
Okay, he got it. This is fine. Did lose like what, 5 seconds or something though. Missing ISG twice. Still, of course, anything can happen, but it is pretty cool. Like you can see how one decently challenging dungeon can get you in the lead in no time. Ooh, just barely not getting the 29 Shadow Temple, but still low 30. That's very nice.
Bono picks up the heart container. Probably will, but
Bono not going for it.
Shut up.
Showing it to all the casuals with his 3 heart challenge.
Confident in his Void Warp.
Yeah, if he gets hit by a rock now, and world record in this category is 1:14:19 by Valiant Link on N64, which lost like 30 seconds in Forest Temple or something, so that can still be lower.
113 is very possible.
Picking up the heart container like 2 seconds or something. 3 seconds. No, actually, it's more than 2 because you have to. When you pick up the heart container, your health like fills all the way up, like gradually. So depending on how little health you have, it's gonna take longer. Like if you have less health, it's gonna take longer for your. Oh, I hit my mic. It's gonna take longer for your health to fully recharge.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a few seconds, so you can't really exactly measure it since you have to wait for that. You have to wait for that to fill up.
They're 5 seconds apart right now. Half an hour in, 5 seconds apart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much worth it to get the heart container, but I still often myself choose to not do it, just to flex on the casuals. Okay, Cruxer quick drawing his sword with a roll, very nice.
Oh wow.
Swag strats will not go unnoticed.
Advanced.
Also roll quick draw, very nice. So you can like, quick draw with a roll.
The next place they want to go is to go to Dodongo's Cavern to get bombs, because explosives in not only this category but this this game in general. So.
Yeah, explosives are glitch ammo, and right now we have chews, but we don't have many chews, and we can't get more chews very easily, so they're gonna get bombs. Actually, both of them did not waste a single chew, so Spirit Hover is gonna be fair game. Ooh, but we're not getting the jump slash though.
This dungeon is basically, not very glitch heavy or anything. It's just using adults higher height.
Indeed. This was the only child dungeon that was actually intended for you to go back into Adult Link, because they put a scarecrow. They put a skull slide you can only get with a scarecrow. So you're intended to go back here later as adult, but if you like do it initially as adult, you just break everything because you can climb on places that you're not supposed to climb on and stuff.
So with a nice little optimization, shielding the chew as you hop up to the.
Yeah, I saw that. It does that does damage Link, but with 4 hearts, definitely worth it.
And he's gonna heal that magic anyway.
Yeah, that's true as well. I always do it.
N64 would lag to 2 frames a second.
Benoru just inputting the side hop 1 frame too late to actually side hop off, but still got a stationary side hop on the Switch, so still kind of nice.
Didn't, side hop off of it and not activate it.
Yeah, that would have been worse. Ooh, Cruxer missing the chest 3 times. Okay, but getting it the 4th. Okay, so I think Benoru Benoru gained a little bit of time. So it's getting closer again.
Almost sub 35 bombs.
Yeah.
Now they want to get the thing that they really only need 1 time.
Yeah, now we're finally getting at magic. Well, you can also use it for quick spins, which are not needed but useful to save time.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, it's not like we would do all this for quick spins. Okay, yeah, Cruxer missing that first jump. So
jump. Thank you.
So yeah, I think Benoru pulled slightly ahead of Cruxer now. Oh no, they passed that stone at just about the same time, but Benoru's line is a little better.
Line.
Ooh, missing that skull vulture.
Or literally a missed enemy kill.
Yeah, that's what offsets that's what makes the difference. Ooh, Cruxer
Yes.
dodging it like a pro right there.
This is very close. I like this.
It sure is. Okay, so this is the last little cutscene that we have before a long stretch of gameplay with very little interruption.
Yeah, so hold up your seats.
Be sure to buckle down those seat belts, because this race is flying. Okay, but yeah, after this, we're just gonna get Minuet of Forest, because if you're gonna get into Forest without Wrong Warp, you have to get past Minuet. So we might as well get it now and then play Minuet to actually go to Forest Temple later on.
And plus, it's right here. So, on the way to Minuet, they're going to be doing a very controlled amount of damage.
Indeed. To the Minuet cutscene skip, you're going to want to have half a heart.
Yeah, I guess I forgot that. That's also another time saver that skipping the heart gets. You don't have to damage on the Skulltula.
Yeah.
Went to Sacred Forest or Lost Woods via Goron City.
Because now we got this jump over Mido, which can be kind of trolly. Benoru cleanly getting it after his second backflip. Cruxer also nicely getting it second backflip. So yeah, neither runner getting trolled by this today.
Good.
Benoru getting ground jump cleanly. Cruxer also. Oh, there's nothing to comment on. They're just both doing so well.
Alright, so they're gonna line up as points pulling a bomb. And with that starting point, the bomb will explode just as they enter the cutscene, and you get the song right as the cutscene starts.
Yeah, and the Moblin like kind of pushes Link into the right direction, or into the right position. So yeah, Benoru, few seconds ahead of Cruxer, but it's really insignificant. Now we got this section coming up where we have a lot of hessing. Now both of these players using an ESS adapter, so if we see any dropped hesses, we can extra shame them. No, I'm joking, but yeah, this is where we go from movement, from just regular movement to a lot of hesses. Going all the way to Gerudo Valley.
Nice. Bono gets the hess. There's Cruxer. Alright, he didn't get trolled by that, which you can. There's a certain part where if you hess on it, or the altitude change is too steep, and you drop.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that.
Okay, going for the hess with very clean. Both of them getting it.
Very nice.
It was solid.
And not a single bomb wasted.
Not at all.
So, we can expect to see some Gerudo Gate skip. Heck yeah.
Both of them. This is one of the newer additions to, or one of the newer optimizations to this category.
Yeah, so you drop two bombs. Bomb one explodes. You hover off of the explosion of bomb one. Then, after a little while, Link gets sucked to the ground after the hover. In the meantime, bomb one blows up bomb two. The explosion of bomb two damages Link on the same frame that he hits that ground after the hover, which pushes him through the door. And Cruxer missed it, which is very unfortunate. So now he's gonna get thrown into this cell. He can still get out of this, and he'll be in Wasteland in like 30 seconds, but that's very unfortunate. He can only hope that Spirit does something awful to Benoru, but yeah, this is the biggest mistake of the race, definitely so far.
Yeah. Bono getting Wasteland has. Okay. This is what players would have, have what they used to do. Just would walk off the ledge with hover boots and jump slash out of bounds. The super slide.
Yeah, with all those bombs left, it's a good idea to super slide.
Now Bono's coming up to...
Ooh, he's gonna kill that Gui, yeah. Okay, so doing Spirit Hover with 4 chews and 7 bombs, that's fine. It's completely fine, he can still... Like, if all his hovers are good, he still has 2 bombs left for a super slide. Otherwise, he's gonna have to Hess. In the means... Oh! Bono falling down. So yeah, he can still farm bombs from these rocks and retry. As long as he has choose left, because you need choose to like unlock your camera so you can turn around. But this gives Cruxer an opportunity to. Oh, Bono dying.
Oh.
These levers being complete jerks as always.
Yep.
Completely killing you when you don't want them to. When you do want to die, the levers take forever.
Yeah, and you get hearts from the rocks.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
Actually,
Cruxer getting 98% Wasteland Hess. I did not see the end of it, but I did see little bits and pieces of Hessen.
Bono's gonna attempt to recover again. He needs more bombs, so that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, 1 out of 16 chance that these rocks drop bombs. So,
Really?
yeah. Flex drops can make it more, but they're not. Flex drops are not active right now for bombs. Okay, Cruxer doing very well so far in this hover.
I'm getting very unlucky with his bomb.
Yeah, it looks like, oh yeah, he's just gonna do backup spirit. That's gonna take a lot of extra time, like, what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes?
Yeah.
So if Cruxer can get this spirit hover, this raise might be in his pocket.
Walk up the seam. And
Alright, getting up here. Not opting to go into the loading zone. Okay, cleanly making it over.
okay.
Normally you would go into that loading zone there so that if you accidentally fell down, you would respawn up top, but maybe Cruxer isn't aware of Benoru's recent failures, and Cruxer still thinks he has to play out of his mind to keep ahead.
He was in chat a little bit ago, so maybe he might be watching, but maybe not anymore. Who knows? Yeah, everything that Bono's doing right now, Cruxer just skipped, so that gives him a very big advantage.
Yes, and even Bono is, of course, skipping things. Like, for example, did the silver block skip with the super slide at the beginning, which skips the silver gauntlets, which basically skips the entire child section. Because you have to do those for the silver gauntlets.
Cruxer needs more bombs to finish out the run. These Armoses have a 50% drop rate, so it's a good place to semi-consistently farm for them.
Yeah, well, this used to be our only source for bombs in Spirit Temple in this category, but now we've gone far beyond that point. And ooh, Bono wasting a true. Not that it matters anymore, actually, but. Okay, yeah, now we're Cruxer doing this room, activating the fire, and then going to specific places in the room so that the Anubis go into the fire. Now this pod always contains bombs, and as long as you don't pick up the bombs, they will keep spawning from that pod. So this is the best place to farm bombs. Okay, so they're in the same room right now, but Benoru still has to get the mirror shield. And beat the Knuckles that guards it.
They're gonna climb the they're gonna use a bunch of side hops and jump slides to climb the statue's head. And they're gonna do yet another ground clip boss door by literally flipping inside it.
Ooh, Cruxer unfortunately probably pulling sword early. So yeah, getting a hover, and then when you pull sword, Link gets sucked to the ground, and as soon as he hits the ground, the explosion is supposed to hit him. Okay, so there he got it. Clipping into that boss room. Yeah, so I don't exactly know by how much Benoru is behind right now, but it's not looking too great for him.
I think I'm gonna get at least like 3 minutes. Nah, not 2 minutes.
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
Thinking about how much time statue climb takes and farming for bombs and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably about 2 minutes. Yeah.
Exactly, Edgerness. I was afraid he was going to die and have to do it again.
Yeah, and do all of Spirit again. That would be a big damper. But still, anything can happen, of course. Cruxer dies here. He's all the way back to square one. Ooh, not damaging him with that slash. Okay, opting to just kill the Knuckle and not do the cutscene skip. Not risking anything right now. Probably very much aware of his advantageous situation. And yeah, Bono now trailing behind.
Even though it may look this way, this race is not this way, because in this category, anything can happen.
That is very true. You can still die in Forest Temple, and 2 minutes are down in the rain, maybe 3. Like, if you die to any mini-boss fight, you know, Iron Knuckles will kill you in 1 hit. You can die to Ganondorf. He can be a troll. Collapse RNG can mess you up. There are so many things that can just completely destroy your dreams at the very end in this category. So yeah, stay glued at the edge of that seat belt, because you won't want to miss a thing.
A clean statue climb from Bono. In the ground clip first try, which gives him a little bit of. Which saves him a little more time over Cruxer. If he gets this cutscene skip, that puts him, a good amount further.
Yeah, well on his way. That's 15 seconds, that cutscene skip, and then also a bit more than that actually, because Minoru didn't. He did try to go for it, but like he went back and forth a bit, like. Spending a few seconds deciding what he was gonna do. So yeah, if Bono gets this cutscene skip right, that's probably gonna save him like 20 seconds more.
Cruxer is now in the most RNG heavy part of the whole run.
Yeah. So Cruxer trying to go as far away from both of these witches as he can. Then lock one of them in place. And then reflects. Okay, Minoru very much looks like he's gonna go for this cutscene skip and probably get it. It's not that hard.
Super him.
Okay, yeah, cleanly getting that. So that's 20 seconds gain right there.
Okay. I haven't been looking at Cruxer's RNG, but it looks about average.
Yeah, well, they were flying around for quite a while at the beginning. So maybe a little bad. Not exactly sure though. Okay, yeah, so if Bono gets some good RNG, that can close the gap considerably.
Second phase. Twin Row is going to shoot 3 in a row.
Cruxer using his hookshot to make Twin Rova fly away quicker. Just a little optimization.
With his power crouch dab, he can do jump slash damage with 5 will kill her. 5 or 6.
That was like at 53:09 that the death animation started. If we remember that, we can kind of see how far ahead
And Bono's aren't, dude. Ow. Taking her sweet time.
Yeah.
Oh, but he gets a double.
Ooh.
Dude. The double.
Triple? Okay, no.
Yeah, Twin Rover has a random chance of just shooting again right after and not flying around. We call it double. Another double? Yeah, I missed it, but that looked like another double.
No, I think there was like a few seconds between it, but it was only the red one firing, not the ice one. I know their names Koame and Koame Kotuke, right?
Kome and Kotake.
Kotake was, yeah, okay. I kind of get her mixed up with Kotaku.
Kotaku.
I feel like kind of a fraud for not knowing that. Anyway, so we're Bono getting close to. Okay, so his death animation started at 54:54. So that is 1 minute and 45 seconds off of Cruxer. So yeah, 1 minute 45. You know, quite a bit of time, but still, anything can happen. You know, a bad forest temple and a good forest temple can already close that gap considerably. One death can change it all.
There's stuff in the tower.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of mini boss fights coming up, a lot of actual boss fights coming up, and you know, a lot of crap can happen to you in this category. That's for sure. Okay, Rauru staring straight into our soul. So that means it's just about time to get the forest temple. Oh, by the way, before someone asked, why we had to get the song way earlier and then come back later, like why that was faster. I don't think it actually matters if you do it earlier or later. So yeah.
I think it's because it's convenient right after Magic. Like Goron City's right there.
Yeah, well, I think it'll. Okay, so when you skip Minuet cutscene, you die, and if you then respawn after your death, you like go back to the entrance of the Sacred Forest Meadow. So the fastest way to get to Forest Temple would be to play Minuet of Forest then, because you know playing Minuet of Forest is faster than walking all the way through Sacred Forest Meadow.
Right.
So to get to this dungeon, you have to play Sacred Forest. You have to play Minuet of Forest anyway. So yeah. Well, if you skip the cutscene, you have to do so with either death or voiding out, both of which make you respawn at the entrance of the room. And the entrance of the room is like as far from the Forest Temple as you can get in that scene.
The first key can be deceptively trolly if you're trying to go too fast. The Cruxer got through it fine.
Yeah, I don't think it has to do with going too fast. It just randomly tries to mess you up. I cannot find any rhyme or reason to it. Ooh, Cruxer like turning up very nicely there. Very nice selfless fight. Yeah, so you get the song anyway, because if you're not wrong warping into forest, like, you pretty much have to get the song.
Now Cruxer's gonna do a ledge clip on the Summertime block since he doesn't have Song of Time. target on the same frame that he grabs the ledge, which will turn the camera and sort of push Link into the block.
I think there are no bombs in Forest Temple, by the way. Okay, so now Cruxer buffering to a specific frame where he's going to equip Hover Boots to get a lot of momentum and grab this ledge. Skip a small key. So you can use these small keys in the wrong place. Actually, I think he's using them in the right place, but just skipping some.
Is that called a damage boost or a mega jump?
Oh no, that's a mega jump. I always get that mixed up. It's because I never use that trick.
Alright, nice job, Cruxer, with the first try. You know, if you fail that, and it sucks. But more ground jumps.
Ooh, messing up that ground jump, but not a problem in the slightest. He has plenty of bombs.
His bomb count is very comfy.
Doing the Smash Mac trademark setup. Oh, and not getting it. That's actually... Okay, Benoru dying to stealth foes and Cruxer failing. So...
One of them is a bigger time than the other.
Yeah. I was a little bit excited that Cruxer lost some time so we could get closer together again, but... Yeah, Benoru probably lost more than Cruxer just did.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's unfortunate. Hey, don't roast skipping the heart. Skipping the heart is the real way.
Let's do the first fight again.
Okay, that was a pretty clean fight.
Do Stoppel's jump tosses do 2 or 3 hearts?
He had 3 hearts.
2.
Oh. Oh, Cruxer, yeah, 2.
Right.
Very nice, using the quick spin to deal the final blow. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, but he didn't remember that. Oh, that actually doesn't change power crouch set damage. Okay.
Very clean fight. Oh, Bono missing the mega jump first try. He's gonna have to do it again.
Ooh.
Gets it second time.
With 1 pause as well.
130 for Bo.
Yeah, that's rather nice.
Yeah. I think it's considered pretty good to get. It's considered like very good to get a sub 1 hour bow, and so to only be a little bit off that is very good.
Yeah, indeed. This is about 119 pace, I think, for Cruxer. I don't exactly know for Bono. But yeah, while we're waiting for Cruxer's Light Arrow cutscene to finish, we still have to watch some, or we still get to watch some Bono gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 Navi triggers in this room. He's just gonna walk past both of them.
Biggie.
Yeah, one at the beginning, one at the end.
First fight.
Yes, quick spin is normal slash damage. Okay, he was lucky that the Stealthos jumped at him because they're very vulnerable when they do that.
So just under 2 minutes apart.
Yeah, it's so Bono made back quite a bit of time, like during Spirit and stuff, or like during the like boss fights of Spirit, but dying itself was lost him all of it.
Mubsy, you have a point. I think Bono might go for some saved. That looks pretty quick. But
yeah, we wouldn't want to see the final match end in a forfeit. Or actually, if Cruxer wins this, then there's going to be another match, isn't there?
I thought that Bono said he couldn't do it if there was back-to-back. Maybe he changed.
That would be epic. The tournament going on for even longer.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll stretch the GSR tournament 2019 into 2020.
The last match taking 5 months.
Yeah, there's gonna be new people who are gonna ask, like, why is the GSR tournament named No I Am Wrong Warp in one of these things? Whoa. What is No I Am Wrong Warp? Yeah, that's one thing I want to tell everyone here. So back in my day, there were a lot of people who ran No RBA Wrong Warp, and they all felt super cool about hating on the name No I Am Wrong because they were so used to No RBA Wrong Warp. This is the last time that all of you, myself included, have the privilege to feel superior to other people because we're older and we have older, we're used to old things. Because the name should never change from now on, so no one's gonna ever feel this feeling again. This is historical. And you're all among the people who were the last to experience it.
Bono was okay with doing a rematch right after, so we could very well see that.
Ooh, that would be nice. I cannot commentate after that, but
You can do it.
That is very cool. That's Cruxer's on fire right now, obviously. So
assuming ZSR time,
Bono playing very well as well. So there's all the worries of Rust are definitely not. There's no clear traces of Rust to be found. All right, Greg. Yeah, I'll finish this match and then I'll go get ready to leave you all behind.
This is by far the longest cutscene in the game.
Well, I think Master Sword cutscene's longer, but this just feels longer.
Oh.
Or no, not what am I saying? I don't know, actually. It might be longer than Master Sword cutscene. Or no, I think after Forest Temple, that cutscene might be longer. Because that one takes forever as well.
I should have said longest cutscene in this run, but maybe
yeah.
Yeah, I think Water Temple cutscene, if you count the Sheik. You count the water raising.
I think Forest is longer than Water.
Oh yeah, because you got a Deku Tree cutscene.
Yeah.
Now they have...
It's longer.
Yeah. So now they have... And the light arrows, which is the trigger for the Rainbow Bridge to be erected, I guess.
Yeah, light arrows and Shadow and Spirit medallions are the triggers.
Got everything they need to...
safety saving, which is smart because, 7 bombs, it's a little bit more than enough, but not that much more than enough.
Yeah. Especially if he's doing the 3 bomb, which it looks like he is.
Yeah.
You could do all the trials and do them all, or you can do that.
That's the best trial skip explanation. Okay, so these guys, they can hop all over the place and eat jerks. Oh, that was perfect.
That was perfect.
Yeah, they just stood in place, taking it.
A lot of times they can just avoid you and jump all over the place, and it's a pain to.
Yeah. Yeah, you like roll towards them, quick spin, and then as soon as you quick spin, they jump away and you groan. It's a big cat and mouse chase. Okay, so all those previous fights weren't necessarily lethal for Cruxer. Like, he could take multiple hits. That ends now. Every hit from this point on in the run will kill Cruxer in one hit. From enemies, that is. Very clean. In the meantime, Benoru made his way to the spot where you do trial skip. Also going for 3 bomb. Missing ISG the first time, but getting it second try, so that's fine.
And it has to.
Ooh, Cruxer missing the Hus. Fortunately, he didn't pull another bomb, because 3 is about the minimum. Like, he'll need 1 to do Void Warp, and then, like, possibly 2 to do the Super Slide in the Ganon fight.
That's what Bono's fight is more like the typical fight.
Yeah, indeed. I know that feel, Cruxer. I've been there, done that. Pulled the bomb out of muscle memory. But yeah, if everything goes well, this is a 119, right? Pretty sure this is a 119.
Yeah.
GSR is Ganondorf source requirements. So yeah. You get all those items that are in chat right now. And in the meantime, you beat Shadow and Spirit Temple, and you also go into the Dongo's Cavern. You do guards, and you get Zelda's Lullaby. And you do a bit of Forest Temple. So you do a few dungeons. It's like MST lights, kind of.
Very light. A good double knuckles fight from Bono. So here's the Ganondorf fights. The only category that does this besides glitchless.
Yeah.
First try, ISG?
Yeah. Okay, Benoru is getting the Hess. But that 4-second time save isn't gonna pull him ahead anymore.
Yeah. We need a rock. So if Bono is to win, we're gonna need a rock troll.
Yeah, or holding into the wrong notch or something, or just some horrendous, horribly unlucky mistake happening to Cruxer is the only thing that could offset this race anymore.
And for it to not happen to Bono.
Probably the weakest, the Achilles heel of Cruxer right now is his bomb counts. because if he loses one bomb, he can do Void Warp with another bomb, but then he has to either one bomb Super Slide in the Ganon fight, or he doesn't have to Super Slide in the Ganon fight, but then he has to use Hook Shot and arrows to damage his tail, and that's gonna lose him a lot of time. Like not quite 2 minutes, but it is gonna make it a lot closer.
Yeah, I think it's like 40 seconds. The fight for in phase 1. Cruxer is going to be doing a specific setup to where he grab the ledge and pull a bomb, and due to the setup and the physics and stuff, the bomb is going to knock him into the loading zone, but will also kill him, which will also void him out at the same time. His coordinates to be reset very high above the.
Benoru dying.
Oh my!
Ganondorf reflected his light ball.
Ouch.
Usually he doesn't, but this time he very much did. So yeah, Benoru got screwed by RNG.
And
doesn't appear to be very much into trying hard to finish.
Yeah. Oh, Cruxer, very
nice. Sad.
Wait.
Has to impress. Ooh, Cruxer getting the kiss. Icing on the cake at this point.
Yep. Cruxer's sad at winning. He gets the Hess again. It does. I think Ganondorf for reflecting the light ball is pretty uncommon.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often. And like when it does happen, you have to react like really fast. I think Bono did react. He did quick spin, but that unfortunately didn't help. I'm not really used to quick spinning Ganondorf. I always just do a normal slash, so I'm not exactly sure if it was early or late or what, but or if he could even do anything about it. Anyway, it was just very unfortunate. Okay, so yeah, that was what was supposed to happen.
Alright, last 2 bombs. That's it. Having extra hearts in the late game is is beneficial because between each fight you get full health again, so expend some.
Okay, Cruxer not going for jump slashes, but even with crouch steps, this is just about over. Like, of course, not over yet. Anything can happen. Yada yada yada. But yeah. Okay, missing that one hit.
Nice. He almost got trolled by the rock.
Ooh. Oh, by super sliding into the fight, Link doesn't actually play his normal animations, and like his Master Sword doesn't get knocked away. Because like at one point in the fight, Link like unsheaths his Master Sword and like grabs it in his hand, and then it gets knocked out of his hand. But when you super slide, he never grabs it in the first place, so it never gets knocked out of his hand either. And even though you see it flying through the air, it's still in your inventory. Okay, Bonoro getting the kiss as well, and in the meantime, Cruxer finishing off with a very nice 119.02.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, 119.04 SRL time. Yeah, GG.
Gee, well played.
Very good race. Very tense race in many different places. It was really close. Like in the beginning, it was like Crux were like 20 seconds behind, or not 20 seconds, but like a few seconds behind you. And then it was kind of the same until like Shadow Temple.
Yeah, they were very close. Like even up to
all the way up to Wasteland, because Bono or no, Cruxer failed what's it called? Gate skip in the Gerudo training grounds. And then Bono failed Spirit Hover.
It was still very solid play from both of them.
Yeah, that's like I'm I'm struggling thinking of all the mistakes that happened. Like aside from like what, Bono died in Forest Temple and that was it. Aside from that, it was just a really good performance from both of them.
Oh yeah, so Bonuru was in the lost a match yet prior to this one, so it's in this tournament it's a two loss elimination. They both want to just get this. They want to put this tournament to bed, so they're gonna match right now. We'll be starting in 20 minutes.
Be there or be square. Yeah, this is the absolute first occurrence of Bono losing a match in this tournament. That's somewhat significant. Oh yeah, I'm typing in chat as if I can't actually say anything in this channel.
Commentate the break.
Zelda going back and forth with that forehead. Ah, jokes. Oh, do we have to do stand up for you guys?
I didn't care.
Yeah, me neither. We have to tell you a tale.
Ran 5K this morning.
Yeah, credits. We want entertainment, gameplay.
Yeah, I'll type 1.
I can read you all a copy pasta if you want that. Commentate credits. I'm just gonna read everyone's name and thank them individually. Oh, text is being mashed.
We're gonna get the credits with the beautiful music.
Very excited to see this. Some Chinese or something text scrolling by.
Are you Chinese or Japanese? That's where the task timing would end. An attempt to read it. Too fast.
Anata, and you already skipped the text box. I read 3 characters in hiragana.
I can read Bono's. It says Kakariko Mura because he's in the practice realm right now. I can try reading some names.
Well, that's Romachi cheating.
Wait, they're in English, yeah.
Oh,
Arigato,
si sayonara. That's I know that part.
Here you go.
Oh yeah. Holy crap, I feel like such a dumbass for saying, yeah, their names are in English. It's the same exact names. Holy crap. Okay, well, really gonna exude our appreciation for all these people.
Thank you,
I mean, I
Koji.
guess- yeah, well, they were all great people, that's for sure, but I just want to get to the debugging stuff.
Where would we be without display system programmer Yasunori Soejima?
Hey, that's a very good point. We wouldn't have a display system without him, that's for sure.
Shoutouts to Takashita.
Well, we got Satoru Takahata on the program. You know, you gotta do a program sometimes, like we're doing right now.
Boy Kenji in the technical program.
As you can see, they had all kinds of TV channels with all kinds of different programs.
I bet that camera guy would be mad if he ever knew what weird shots were.
Yeah, that's for sure. Sure, these people would all be rolling around in their graves. They're not dead yet, but you know, you get the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good job on the field design. But the polygons were hard to, you know, make into triangles.
I had one guy specifically for pre-rendering the background.
I like how Bono actually started playing already, and like that's more interesting. While we're still commentating credits.
Well, he's just like he's just like jumping around.
Yeah, okay, that's true. We actually have a story to tell at the other screen. We got a Windows XP background over here.
Takes me back.
A wallpaper.
8 people, all the voices in this game. Carpenter, ha! Cruxer, why didn't you give the bunny hood to that guy so we can see these? So we can see him, you know, going ham. Complete credits.
Time for me to join in.
Oh,
Hey, Nori.
Hey, so you guys ready to head out so we can start the next crew in about 13 minutes?
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Thank you so much for joining us, and it looks like it's going to be a doubleheader today, which I have to be honest, I wasn't really expecting.
Me neither. It's,
But thank you guys so much.
Doesn't want to die.
Nope.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For doing the hosting and stuff. And
Sure.
yeah, thanks everyone here for watching. See y'all later.
Okay.
see you later.
Bye. I think I'm going to go the end credits quick, and then we will start again.
Ick.